Okay, it's time for us to do the build. We're going to start off by hoeing out the ground, try to make it as level as possible. We work downhill towards the water. Okay, then we're going to lay out some boards after we build a crafting station. So this is going to basically be a 6x4 structure, and by 5. Now, when you lay the boards out, then you can actually flatten ground you wouldn't have otherwise been able to flatten. That's kind of the point I'm doing to this first structure, is to basically create a large enough leveled area. Then I'm going to pull it all up. Not strictly necessary, but I wanted to do it to illustrate the extra measure of levelness. Now we're going to go ahead and put this down again. Again, we're going to basically clean the floor off as we go. Some people like to just use stilts. Maybe that would be a lot easier. That's what I did with the loft structure that we started off in. And now I'm going to put an extra measure of width on it. There's a reason why we basically go with about this size, because the fire covers a 3x3 area. So this way there's no place within the structure that the heat doesn't reach. And we're going to put the second level on this. Put the doors in, although I didn't put them in right. I'll have to correct that later. Put the roof on. This is a rectangular design, so we're going to use the corner pieces there. This design lends to a pretty easy chimney. Now I always start with one entire side, so that way I could actually put a bed and a workbench into there. Got storage, of course. Now I'm fixing the doors. Oops. Ah, the rain. And you have your other structure, your either hut that you created, a slapdash like I did in the first video, or the loft structure is what I've been using. Now I made a little bit thing to get on the roof, so I can basically effectively have my scaffolding. Put the chimney on here because we want to vent the smoke out. And there's the fire going again. Fire and rain don't get along. Got some of the items to put some comfort in here. Illustrate that. Before it was just a shelter, now it's comfort 3. I put the tools in, it becomes comfort 3. It stays the same, no change. And then we go ahead and throw a bed in here, and we have comfort 4.
Finally, we have the deerskin rug, which is going to bring us to comfort 5, but having more than one doesn't give us an extra one. Only one is going to work in that area.
In the meadows, there's 3 types of trees. There's the oak tree, you can't hack it. The birch tree, you can't hack it. You need bronze for them. Then the elm tree, which you can. You can, however, practice your daggers on it. And you could practice your club on it. It's a good shortcut. Now, when you're harvesting the trees, which you're going to have to do a lot of to build, you're going to work your way uphill, and then you're going to chop them down, down. Let gravity be your friend. Just be careful because trees can kill you. Chop, 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 chop. Bit tedious, but therapeutic at times. Timber! Then you got to cart the wood down there. You can make piles. I find it ineffective. I prefer to use chests. You can always break down the piles later. There are invasions that can happen for which you need to prepare. There are story events which are based on the killing of bosses. And there are enemy events which can happen also, with the setup conditions. You need to prepare for this, especially on a server where every boss and creature has been killed, because the further advanced, the worse the invasion.
Now we need to build an outer wall for the fort. When you have invasions by creatures like trolls, they're going to actually have an area of effect. You don't want to have anything of value pressed up directly against a wall that's being attacked, because they'll attack basically a 5-meter area. So we have to, basically clear out, build a buffer zone around the place so that the structure itself is going to be secure. Things don't always line up a bit. It's okay if it's off the ground at the start. We're going to use the hoe. That's the path function. Now we're going to actually use the hoe to lift up the area so that the wall is on the ground and not hovering. Then you got to smooth it out a little bit, but be careful to do it from up high. Otherwise you'll basically destroy the dirt you placed. You'll see the color is going to indicate the structural integrity. If it's like orange or red, that means that the thing may not stay there. The cause of that is if, because you saw the wall was hovering off the ground. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit more rock down here to, level things off and improve the structural integrity of the wall and the house itself. And clean up. Okay then, in this episode we've gone about upgrading our structure to be invasion proof, and we talked briefly about invasions. Now we're ready to go after the Forsaken Eikthyr and be prepared for any trouble that follows. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.